Coming up on Mountain News this morning, as the wildfires finally start to calm down, officials are warning Kentuckians to stay vigilant. And the One Church of Eastern Kentucky is preparing to feed more than ever before this Thursday.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Olivia Calfee. The time is 5:31 on November 21st. Now let's check in with Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, we are seeing some rain out there, but that's really needed. And luckily for us, it's going to really be a beautiful Thanksgiving. So we have that to look forward to.
Yeah. I think so. I think we're going to have a very nice holiday. I think it's going to be a little bit on the warmer side compared to where we normally are for the holidays. And maybe even if you're going Black Friday shopping, you might have a little bit of a warmer morning. It's still going to be chilly, but it should be a little bit warmer overall. This morning, soggy. We've been looking at that this morning, and we're going to continue to watch that. It's coming in waves coming from the south, and we're seeing a frontal boundary just off to our south that's pushing all this in here. So again, get ready for a soggy morning and then maybe a scattered chance for rain this afternoon. Somerset, a little bit on the soggy side there downtown this morning. They've got their Christmas tree up in the square, it looks like, but again, not much traffic out there. Watch out for some ponding water once you hit the roads this morning. Temperatures still going up. We have just a couple of 40s left over. Ashland, Moorhead, and Wise. Everybody else is in the 50s, pushing up that warmer air into place, and you see the difference here. Double digits warmer in most locations this morning. The winter hazard 22 degrees warmer this morning. Harlan not too far behind at 20 degrees, 18 degrees warmer in Jonesville and Middlesboro, 14 degrees warmer in London, Williamsburg, and Jacksboro, and 15 degrees warmer in Prestonsburg this morning. So forecast, looking ahead, soggy day ahead, at least for most of it. 20 to 30 mile an hour gusts for most, but up to 50 miles an hour for some of those higher elevation counties. And again, that wind advisory goes until 3 o'clock for Harlan and Letcher County, and then I believe it expires at noon for everybody else. But it is trending drier as we head toward Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Full forecast on the way here in just a few minutes. Olivia?
All right, thank you, Brandon. Starting around November 3rd, we began seeing wildfires pop up across the region. Many officials saying that it has already been the worst fire season they have seen in several years. And I'm about to show you more on the numbers and what officials are saying about fire season not being over quite yet. Wildfire season is not over yet, and we have already seen widespread flames. However, Kentucky Division of Forestry wildfire mitigation specialist Kesley Baker says there are officially 0 active fires, but they were hard to contain.
From the start of the state emergency on November 3rd, we've had 266 fires that actually burned over 33,000 acres.
A total of 33,836, with several fires reaching more than 1,000 acres and 2 surpassing 2,500. Baker says she is not sure that the 28 Kentucky crews could have contained them all without the help of more than 100 firefighters from 6 different states.
I am very appreciative of their help because this has been one heck of a ride this season. So, yeah, I don't think we could have done it without their help.
But Baker says even though we are seeing 0 active fires, the job is not finished for the Kentucky crews.
We often go back and rehab our fire lines and make sure things are still looking good. So, yeah, we have several acres to cover now as far as, I guess, rehab work.
And even though rain is in the forecast, Baker reminds folks fire season is still ongoing.
You know, anytime you burn outdoors, you need to check the weather first before you do anything. Because even if it's after 6 p.m., if you have high winds, it may still not be safe.
Encouraging people to learn before they burn. And 2 people were charged with murder in connection to the death of a toddler in Whitley County. They will be back in court next week. Yesterday morning, both Brittany Slaughter and Adam Hayes entered not guilty pleas. The bond for both is $500,000. The body of 4-year-old Chloe Darnell was found in the woods by a cemetery on Friday. Both Slaughter and Hayes are scheduled back in court next Monday. A Laurel County deputy was injured in a chase with a suspect over the weekend. 37-year-old Christopher Bowling faces multiple charges, including wanton endangerment, fleeing, and resisting arrest. The Laurel County Sheriff's Office says the deputy was responding to the report of a stolen pickup truck. They say when the vehicle was spotted, Bowling ran, leading to a scuffle with the deputy down an embankment. The deputy injured his leg. He was treated at the hospital and released. A London man is behind bars after police say he assaulted a minor following an argument. 41-year-old Christopher Smith was arrested Saturday night off Line Creek Road, about 8 miles south of London. Deputies with the Laurel County Sheriff's Office were dispatched to the scene after receiving a disturbance complaint. During an investigation, a deputy discovered Smith reportedly assaulted a minor after a verbal argument. Smith was charged with assault. A home was destroyed by a fire in Johnson County this past weekend. The W.R. Castle Fire Rescue Squad received a call around 1 a.m. Sunday morning regarding a fire at a home on Dogwood Fork in Whittensville. Firefighters arrived at the scene nearly 10 minutes later. One person had been living at the home. No injuries were reported. The One Church of Eastern Kentucky Thanksgiving dinner is preparing to feed folks in need, filling the Appalachian Wireless Arena Thursday to fill plates and hearts this Thanksgiving. WYMT's Buddy Forbes has more from organizers about its growth and the current need for more boots on the ground.
Many communities, a cornucopia of needs, relying on One Church.
You see a special giving here in the mountains in eastern Kentucky that people actually care, and they give with their whole heart. And there's a lot of people that come in here and you can tell that they're struggling as well, but they're here to give back to their neighbor.
The annual One Church of Eastern Kentucky Thanksgiving dinner is aiming to feed even more people during its 7th year of service, opening the door to diners old and new this Thanksgiving.
And this older gentleman comes in every year and he just makes my whole week a little brighter. I know that he kind of looks forward to that fellowship as well.
Organizers are planning to connect the community with around 17,000 meals, more than 2,500 of those handed out on site at the Appalachian Wireless Arena. With that increased hunger creating a need for more helpers.
We need volunteers. We need lots of volunteers.
Those involved say lending a hand is a worthwhile way to give thanks by giving to others.
Whatever you can do would be greatly appreciated, and your heart will be full once you leave here, once you come here.
Jeannie Lane Johnson knows all about giving, as not only a volunteer at the arena dinner, but the daughter of a Pikeville pastor whose name it now bears.
And I couldn't think of a better family and a better man that gave to the community than Pastor Gene Lane.
Pastor Gene Lane died in 2014. But is remembered for his giving hand, from his ministry work to his community service, a legacy that now lives on through the Pastor Gene Lane Memorial Dinner.
And this is given back to his community. He loved everyone here. It's also helping people who are in need and providing a service. And that's what he was all about, is providing a service.
Feeding through fellowship and faith. In Pikeville, Buddy Forbes, WYMT Mountain News.
Volunteers are asked to be at the arena by 8 a.m. Thursday to help make the mission a success. Arena doors open to feed the public at 10 a.m. A former Knox Central High School student following her dreams will soon hit a major milestone. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox talked to the Knox County native about her journey and the opportunity to share her experience with others in the region.
Leanna Osborne is set to graduate from the U.S. Naval Academy in spring of 2024.
I feel like the Naval Academy has prepared me, and I'm just so honored and encouraged to get out into the fleet and finally do what I've been training to do these past 4 years.
Before she graduates, however, the Academy has sent her on a regional mission, sharing her story with students and communities. One of those was in her hometown, at the school she graduated from.
I don't get to come back home a lot, but now that my time at the academy is winding down, I'm so happy to come back and talk to the students in the area.
It is an opportunity for Knox Central students and staff to see an inspirational success story.
We're super excited to have Leanna here. She was a wonderful student at Knox Central, and to have her back and see that she's getting ready to graduate and follow her dreams has been amazing.
Osborne also called it refreshing, returning to the community that inspired her.
There's special people here and there's special people at the Naval Academy, and just having that community has, I think, what ultimately gave me the confidence to apply to the Naval Academy.
Now, a few hard-working years later, Osborne will graduate and plans to serve in service warfare. In Knox County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Leanna Osborne will be graduating with a political science major and an Arabic minor. Coming up, Snoop Dogg is giving up smoking, but not in the way most fans expect.
And the forecast continues to stay soggy at times today, but there is some relief inside as we head toward the Thanksgiving holiday. More details in about 3 minutes.